Now or never, it's time. You guys voted on it for our fourth NCAA College Football Revamped rebuild. We are going to the two-star powerhouse known as Coastal Carolina. All right, fellas, let's meet the roster before we jump into anything too crazy and I show you just how difficult it is going to be to recruit, at least in these first couple of years. I'm not super up with a lot of Coastal Carolina's players. I do know the big dogs, but hopefully if you are a diehard Coastal Carolina fan, these ratings are somewhat accurate. I did not make them, but meeting the team. Grayson McCall, quarterback, redshirt freshman, was outstanding in real life this year. Probably the best freshman quarterback in all of college football. I mean, he's on the short list, top 3 for sure. He's at 86. He is going to be very, very important because I don't know if we'll ever be able to get like a legit baller at quarterback and if from recruiting. So if the point of this rebuild is to win a national championship, we're going to have to do it when Grayson McCall is still a member of the squad. Running backs, they have CJ Marable, who's really good. He's a 91 overall, but he's a senior, so we're only going to get 1 year, and the depth behind him is not amazing. Fullback is what it is. At wide receiver, we have Javon Hile, who's a 90 overall. He's a junior, so we got a nice 2-year period with him. 91 speed, the fastest wide receiver on the squad. Beyond that, Bedgood's a 75 sophomore. That's not too bad. He should be able to top out into the high 80s for sure. Tight end, probably the best skill position player on this team, even though his rating is not reflective of it. Isaiah Likely, he's a guy that's like getting talked about being a potential, early day 2 pick whenever he decides to declare. The junior here, he's an 89 overall. So much like Hile at wide receiver, will get 2 years out of Likely. Offensive line's not too bad. We have Loper here, who's an 81. We have Willie Lampkin, who's much like McCall, was one of the best freshmen in all of college football in 2020. He is an 83 overall. The O-line's not bad. Between our seniors and juniors, I think our offensive line is one of the strengths of this team. Flipping to the defense, CJ Brewer here is at 86. He's a senior, as well as Teron Jackson in 89. Jackson, if I had to guess which Coastal Carolina player would get drafted the highest from the 2021 draft class, which would be the seniors currently you're seeing here, I think it's probably going to be Teron Jackson. He's been very, very productive for a couple years now, and I think I'd, top of my head, pulling a number up my ass, 4th round, 5th round, somewhere in that territory. D-line, not great inside, but they're both redshirt sophomores, so they're going to grow and develop. Linebacking core, we have Silas Kelly, who's an 86. We have Teddy Gallagher, the mullet man himself, with an 84. And Jeffrey Gunter, the junior, 86. So that's pretty good that we're going to be able to get him back for another year in 2022. Secondary, we have DeJordan Strong, who's an 89. We have Bush, who's an 84. Both juniors, so they're going to be here for 2 years. Morris, 75 as a redshirt sophomore, not too bad as well. Free safety, we have Braden Matz, who's an 80. And Spillum, who's an 83. Again, juniors. So we're going to have a nice 2-year window here, which gives us a little bit of luxury because it's going to be fairly difficult to recruit. Again, I'm not an all-star recruiter by any means, even though if you watch the Michigan rebuild, you would think, because we had multiple first classes, it's not that hard. When you go to classes like this, and the best player you're getting is a 70, it's going to be tough. We're going to swing for the fences here. We got Will Shipley, the number 2 running back. We came in at number 6. There's a lot of appeal going to Coastal Carolina. Myrtle Beach, Party City. They're going to try to, they should, if I was Coastal Carolina, I'd be trying to, eat into a little bit of, Arizona State's shine. Become the party school. We have Rucci at tackle. We're, only 300 points off, so I figure why not? Let's try to get in. We have Mike Falk at punter, 85. Sawyer Robertson, 4-star quarterback, number 25. We'll go all in on him as we ended up making the short list. Troy Stellato, 70 overall athlete. We're going to go full 500 there. And, again, it's going to be... The thing with the real prospects, when I mod it and get the 2021 and 2022 real prospects, most of the top guys already have their school decided. Like, when I'm going in to recruit, they're already 100% committed to whatever school. So that's just... I want to use the real players, but when I use the real players and I'm doing a smaller school, the first 2 years of recruiting are almost always going to be write-offs until we get to year 3, 4, and 5, where it's the Madden, where it's the NCAA 14 generated classes. But still, we'll try to make this class as good as we possibly can. Something kind of cool in week 2 It's the Mormons and Mullets game. Coastal Carolina against BYU, and we actually beat them. Going head-to-head with like future top 3 pick Zach Wilson at quarterback and his BYU Cougars. The Coastal Carolina Blue Chickens, 38 to BYU 24. And in this game, look at that. McCall, 4 touchdowns, no picks, out-duels the future top 5, top 3 pick. What does that mean for McCall's future in the NFL? Maybe this is a good stock building experience for him as a redshirt freshman to go on and use this as a staple so that hopefully in 4 years, when he's a redshirt senior, we got a national championship and we can look back at this game, the Mormons and Mullets of 2020, and be like, that's the beginning of McCall becoming a franchise quarterback. So at the end of the 2020 season, Heisman winner Jared Dokes from Cincinnati. No idea who that is, but we finished 9-3, and we're going to the Armed Forces Bowl against 8-4 SMU. And now, basically, if you don't know this, this is very important because getting ranked for the Coastal Carolina team, it's like a multi-year progress. It's like the whole UCF, will UCF ever challenge for a playoff game kind of thing. The same applies for what we're doing here in College Football Revamped. We're 9-3. We got to pretty much win every game, and it's going to take like 2 to 3 really good productive years for us to like, what better way to explain it is we need to be good because that year 4 where Grayson McCall is going to be a senior, that is going to be our shot at potentially becoming a number 1 ranked team. So let's get a big W there against SMU. Tony Gallagher, the mullet man, got the Dick Butkus Award for winning the best linebacker in college football. I mean, look at the top 25 polls. Are we even in? Like, did we get an honorable mention? Did we get an others receiving votes? Coastal Carolina. Hey, we're there. We made the list. Conference standings. You know, it's the Sun Belt, so it's gonna be tough. App State's good. I mean, what? Notre Dame is in. Oh, we're in the Independents. Okay. Well, yeah, much like, I mean, Notre Dame as an independent can make a national championship. We sure as shit can do that too. Statistically speaking, Grayson McCall was solid this year. We got 2,800 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, 6 picks for a freshman. I would hesitate to guess that there's no other freshman that has numbers like that. 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns for CJ Marable. Grayson McCall also chipped in with 8 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, we got 51 catches, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns for Halle. CJ Marable, not too bad. Isaiah Likely, not a lot of yards, but 7 touchdowns. I'll take that from our big tight end. Defensively, Teddy Gallagher, the best linebacker in all of college football. 84 tackles, 10 TFLs, 2 sacks, 4 interceptions. Let's go. Teron Jackson, 16 TFLs, 6.5 sacks as he closes out his career here with Coastal Carolina. And hopefully we can go to the bowl win. And it's against SMU. Who's Corso taking? Damn straight he's taking us. Let's go. And hey, first bowl victory, year 1. We win the Armed Forces Bowl, beating SMU 28-21. Fairly close game. Went to the wire there. Let's see. Who's our best player? Oh, McCall, 14. He's a beast! That's a freshman! Records have been broke in this Armed Forces Bowl winning season. Grayson McCall has broke Tyler Thigpen's record and now has 31 touchdowns in a single season. Highlight beats Jerome Simpson. Like front flip Bengals Jerome Simpson. Highlight now owns that award as well. And all those guys, both those players coming back next year to just further establish themselves as all-time greats at Coastal Carolina. For our players leaving, we actually almost had a really bad one. So Teddy Gallagher, linebacker of the year, congratulations on not even getting considered to being drafted. But Jordan Strong, Jordan, that's probably right? Jordan Strong. Either way, the junior wants to leave. 4th round grade, absolutely come back. That's our cutoff point as well. 3rd or above, goodbye. Below, come back, and we absolutely do not have enough depth at corner to lose an 89 overall player. But hey, best of luck to Maribel, projected to go round 2. Best of luck to Teron Jackson, projected to go round 4. But the now number 25 ranked Coastal Carolina, it's only going to get better next year. And unfortunately, these guys won't be a part of it. And it's a little rough. First recruiting class coming in at 52, almost a top 50. Led by Nolan Rucci, we got the 4-star tackle. Outside of that, man, it's just, yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But hey, it'll be a grind. And that year 3, once we start getting regular NCAA generated players, I think we'll go to the moon. Much like AMC stocks and GameStop stocks. We're going to the moon, baby. So we start the 2021 season ranked number 19. We need to, I don't want to say go undefeated, but we almost kind of need to go undefeated. Like, we have to, at worst, finish ranked at the end of this season. Recruiting, it is our second realistic recruiting class, so it's going to be difficult for Carolina to get a lot of top players, but we're going hard, man. We got Gabe Powers, number 9 outside linebacker. We're going in on some big players. Gilbo Baggins over here. Well, number 19 corner, we're trying to get him. Sam Horn at quarterback. Keenan Nelson Jr. at corner. Bear Alexander. That sounds like a guy that go to Carolina. 600 points there. Unfortunately, don't have a lot of points to go in on some of these guys that have us in their top 10, which was it's very flattering. We got Dakota Twitty at wide receiver. Michael Allen at running back. Skill position players, we are going to need a little bit of a reshuffling because, we don't have a whole lot of youth, whole lot of freshmen, sophomores that are going to be, in the 90s. So we need to start hitting on some big-time players. But, yeah, that's our recruiting mode. And speaking of our big-time players, let's meet our team here very quickly. Looking at our squad, we're led by Grayson McCall, a sophomore, 96. So he's already one of the best quarterbacks in college football. Beasley is going to be our running back, the sophomore. He's an 81. Again, see, it's a massive drop-off from Maribel. Wide receiver, highlight returned as a senior. He's a 98, one of the best deep threats in college. Bedgood, the junior, 82. We got Wayne, who's an 80, the junior. Tight end, Likely's a 95. Offensive line, 82. Rucci, our crown jewel of a recruiting class, will be starting at left tackle. Lampkin's an 87. Fitzgerald, 87, 81, and 86. So overall, a very solid offensive line. Defensively, we're going true freshman. Elliot Donald, 76, will be our starting defensive end. Bomar, the sophomore, is going to be on the opposing side. As you can see, not the most talented. No one above an 80 on the D-line. That's not ideal. Linebacking core is also not very good outside of Jeffrey Gunter. We're going to have to outscore teams, honestly. Jordan Strong, who we got to return. Think about going to the NFL, 95. Derek Bush is an 89. Our secondary isn't actually too bad. Matt, senior, 85. Spillum, the senior, 89. Yeah, so, hopefully a lot of teams just don't understand that and just try to keep throwing the ball against us so we can cause turnovers. But if teams want to run the ball, they're probably going to have a whole lot of success here in 2021. But number 19, Coastal Carolina, we're not going to go out without a fight as we try to finish this year. We won't get top 10. I just want to finish ranked. That's all I want to do. I'll tell you right now, what you're about to see is, I don't know how much I'm back into NCAA, the run of things, and kind of picking up on what's good and what's bad. I always knew quarterback's important. When we have a 97 overall quarterback that came in number 5, not a lot of respect, but came in number 5 for Heisman, you can win a lot of games. I did not expect to go 11-1 at all. Gunter won a Bednarik. Bomar won the Nagurski. Likely John Mackey. Bomar won the Lombardi. We pretty much ran the table. We won 11-1. Most of our games were against SEC level competition, and our one loss of the season, which, I don't really want to talk about it, was against probably a team that you would be like, oh my God, they lost. They actually, look, we beat number 17 UCLA. How do I see? Isn't there like a way that I could just see my whole season? Here somewhere? Yes, this should be it. Postal info. Postal schedule. We lost Alabama. Barely beat UTEP. We beat ranked Oregon. We beat ranked UCLA. But look, I got an LSU win there. I got a Baylor win. I got a BYU win. I mean, it's okay. We're not going against A-tier opponents, and we did lose to Alabama. But look, even against Alabama, 42-23. So this is awesome. I'm expecting it to crash at some point. And this is a tough bowl game against West Virginia. Corso has taken us, which is outstanding. Maybe we're shifting the timeline up a year here. I said it was going to be year 4. That was going to be all or nothing. Maybe we can win this game and open up next year the preseason top 10. Could be year 3. We end up potentially challenged for a national with Coastal Carolina. All right, I was simming it. We're all at brink of losing. I do not want everything to be potentially sabotaged. Here we go, highlight. I don't want everything to be sabotaged by a bowl game, right? Bowl games are kind of nonsense. So we get the touchdown there. $1:43 to go. Defense needs to stop. Oh, they do. We can win this in regulation. Poor Verts. Verts till it hurts. The old fuck it and chuck it offense here. We got Likely and highlight. He has a step. He has a step. Go! Oh, that's a field goal range. Oh, there we go. Big Isaiah Likely burn timeout, and we pretty much should win this. Here we go. Beasley untouched. Gets the red zone score. Second touchdown of the game. It's been a pass-heavy game. Not a lot on the ground, but the ground could seal the deal. 15 seconds. And it's going to overtime. Oh! Get in! I think that's it. Do we win? Did I win? I won the Sugar Bowl, number 5 ranked Coastal Carolina. In case this is the peak of this rebuild, I can't guarantee you a national championship because we could absolutely lose to like Louisiana Monroe next year, and that we're done as an independent. This could be the peak. And it's a Sugar Bowl. That's a hell of a peak. We got records. It's a record-breaking year. McCall breaks his own 41 touchdowns in a year. Highlight breaks his own record. Receiving yards in a season. We finish as the number... It could be 3. High is 3. Low is... We didn't move anywhere. It's 5. The disrespect to the Blue Chickens. For our players leaving, nothing too crazy outside of like our best guys. No juniors, underclassmen. Highlights going in the first round. Strong in the second. Likely in the third. Gunter in the fourth. Okay. Can we replenish this talent to go on a natty potential run in year 3? Winning's contagious. We went from 53rd to 14. We got a 5-star in ETN. I wonder if there's actually any relation. I'm going to guess it actually might be. We got a 5-star running back. We got 4-star DN, Strickland, Twitty, Horn at quarterback, Moore at guard. We got Nelson at corner, Holloway at corner. Martin is an athlete. I think he's most likely going to be a wide receiver, but there you go, man. Winning brings this type of yield, this type of return on investment to all of our recruits. That's a studly class for someone like myself that I'll admit. I'm half the recruiter in NCAA that I am a drafter in Madden. So that's good for me. I'm patting myself on the back, landing a 5-star in year 2 with Coastal Carolina. Year 3, and pretty much all the work we did last year will fall flat on its face if we can't run the table. And we start off here against number 18 North Carolina. The Battle of the Carolinas. It's gonna be rough. Recruiting, I will say, has got a lot easier. We're in play for a lot of 4-stars, couple 5-stars, but for we're not, the upper echelon is I'm going to be able to get 4, 5, 6, 7 5-stars. We're at a spot right now where I can probably get a lot of 4-stars, maybe a 5-star or 2 right now. Like here we got the number 1 athlete, Lewis Griffin. We are currently in the lead for, but yeah, this is going to be a pretty beastly class. We already got a 4-star athlete, Kyle Bryant, to commit, as well as the almost a top 10 fullback. So I'm happy with the recruiting. Recruiting's in a very good spot, but I can't think about recruiting because the most important thing is easily winning out. This is our year. This is our chance to go for a national championship. Our team is led by Grayson McCall, All-American, 99, redshirt junior. Might be able to get another year out of him, but we also need to kind of view that like he could declare. And with the rules, they have their first, second, third round pick. We got to let him go. It could get dicey there. So, gotta just go all in this year. We got CJ Beasley at running back. He's at 89. White's at 86, the senior. Wide receiver, Aaron Bedgood. Hot streak, 89 overall. We have Wayne, who's at 86. Tight end's not amazing. Offensive line is solid. 85, 92 for Lampkin. 84, 84, and 78. We're going with true freshman Demon Moore. Great name. at right tackle, but still generally a very stout and solid offensive line. The D-line, we have Elliot Donald, the sophomore, somehow is an All-American. Awesome. I'll take that. Bomar as well, 78 overall All-American. Cool. Travis Geiger Jr., All-American. I'll take it, man. I'll take at any point at sub 85 All-American, even though I don't really know if it really means anything. Maybe something in the sim. Morris is our top corner, 84. So our secondary is not great. Last year, the secondary was the strength of the defense, but that was because we had a lot of seniors. This year, there is some going to be some learning curves. We have a senior strong safety, KJ Johnson, the second, but other than that, it's a lot of freshmen, juniors, underclassmen. They're going to need to step up, man. They're going to need to step up big, and it starts here against number 18 North Carolina. We lose, and the year's pretty much done for. We win, and it could be the beginning of a magical season. All right, just in case, because this is our really last kind of big hurdle of the season, I think. We got 20 Iowa State, Miami, BYU. You can't count, Zach Wilson's gone from BYU. But we're number 2. We currently hold a position. Corso is taking us over Iowa State. Let's look at it. So we beat number 23 North Carolina, barely beat UTEP, barely beat New Mexico, kicked the I thought for sure we were going to lose against Oregon. And when I saw that we beat New Mexico by 3 points, number 5 Oregon was I thought they were going to slaughter us. And I'll say right now that this is easily the most surprising sim team I've seen. Like, we went almost 3.5 years with Maryland, because Maryland's probably the only comparable rebuild to this one that we've done so far, like a smaller school. Almost got fired at the end of every year with Maryland. Except with Coastal Carolina, we're kicking the shit out of the big dogs and barely beating teams that we should smoke. So we could beat Iowa State. Nothing's a gimme, but I'm thinking we could run the table. Miami could be tricky, but if we can beat this Iowa State team, I think we can run the table. And then I don't know, because we don't have a championship game. That's probably going to work against us. But this might be our all or nothing year, here in year 3 of the Coastal Carolina rebuild. All right, I'm bringing it to you live. I'm nervous. We beat Miami. We're undefeated, 11-0, and we have the Mormons and the Mullets are back again. National championship on the line. This is going to be as good of a chance as we could possibly get. We're up 28-14. Been an inconsistent game, to say the least. Usually we run the ball very well. Oh, man, I think we're going to be able to get out of here with a dub. I mean, it's not... I will say the shocking thing is that we're 1. It's not that we're undefeated, because outside of really 3 games, we played New Mexico, BYU. BYU and Miami aren't bad teams, but generally our roster's good. We have a 99 overall quarterback. Just the whole point is I'm shocked they gave us 1, because the strength of our schedule is a B-. I guess we're just, it's the perfect storm of everyone else kind of sucks. Heisman went to Zach Charbonnet for the 2nd year in a row, even though I'm pretty sure he's in the transfer portal right now to leave Michigan. We got the Lombardi there for Donald, DN. Falk, the kicker, got the Ray Guy. Chadwell's coach of the year, as we are, after 3 years with Coastal Carolina in the national championship game. We finish as the number 1 team in the country. Are we the only undefeated? We are. That's pretty much what it takes. I would say that maybe there's an asterisk next to this, because we were, what are they, in the Sun Belt? We probably, at least as an independent, we can play whoever. But again, my argument comes down to, we didn't really, we already beat Oregon, which makes me feel good, even though Corso's taking them. But, you look at our schedule here. Number 15, North Carolina. We beat number 2, Oregon, who wasn't number 2 at the time. But UTEP, New Mexico, San Jose State, Fresno State, Citadel, Iowa State, Colorado, Navy, Miami, BYU. Coastal Carolina this year probably would have beat all of those teams, less, North Carolina, Oregon, and you probably would say Iowa State could be tough. But, strength of schedule, that's a very easy schedule. I'm shocked that they gave me 1, but I'm pleased because, again, we're all or nothing. And now this is about to set the precedent. If we can win this, every other school, there's obviously going to be rebuilds that we do that are lesser than Coastal Carolina. And we are aided by the fact that we have a 99 overall quarterback, Grayson McCall. But point being, when we do the other solid schools, if we don't win a national championship, and we know that we won a national championship in only 3 years with Coastal Carolina, I probably just jinxed it right there. You know, this is setting the bar. This is setting the bar. You look at it, they have everything except rush defense. It's going to be very difficult. I'm going to play it because who doesn't want to see Coastal Carolina win a national championship with a chance of McCall return next year for his senior season, and we can run it back and build a dynasty here. But if not, this is a flash in the pan. This is an all or nothing year. I'm going to give it my all here in 2022 to beat Oregon for the second time this season and win a national championship with Coastal Carolina. Our team this year has been good, but not anything special. Grayson McCall, 3,100 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, 2 picks. So we've been more so relying on the running backs for touchdowns. CJ Beasley, 1,100 yards, 19 touchdowns. McCall has 9. White has 4. ETN, the 5-star, who I'm pretty sure, I'm just going to make an assumption here, that he's Travis's brother, Clemson star running back, potential first-round pick potentially. But we ran the ball very well. Bedgood, 800 yards, leading the team. Wayne had 800 as well. Defensively, Shelton led the team with 68 total tackles. We have 3 sacks, 16 TFLs from Elliott Donald. Brought home some hardware, and only 2 interceptions. Like, this is the most random rebuild yet. Like, I was expecting maybe year 4 a chance to win. But, like, we're here in year 3 with not a great record, not a great year of individual performances. Just one of those weird things that take it as it goes, see if we can win one. All right, it's the Natty. You got Oregon wearing one of their 80 jersey combinations. Hope everyone else got their makeup on. They're all fancy like that. Coastal Carolina doesn't need any side of fancy jerseys, you know? We don't need to be sponsored by Nike. We're going to kick the ball off. We're going to get the ball to receive the second half because we're already going to be up by 15. All right, opening drive for the Oregon Ducks, and it takes forever, and they get a touchdown. Our chance to go in and equalize. Oh my God, our guy just went off the line. Wayne just went off the line of scrimmage. He doesn't have great speed. Well, I'll take that 32-yard gainer. Oh, Beasley, 19 touchdowns, gets to the outside. Almost had the edge, but good enough for a first down. Second and inches. I'm going to be looking for Beasley out the backfield here. 19 touchdowns on the year. No linebacker covers him, and that's as easy as it gets. Coastal able to equalize and tie this up at 7. All right, Oregon's second attempt, and they just, oh my God, they literally feels like all they're doing is run the ball, getting 8 yards a touch. And they're back in front. All right, been able to grind it down here, just running, nickel and diming them a little bit, but here's where we're going to come up big in the red zone. We got McCall out in motion. Just take it in yourself, young man. 6 yards. This is what's tied back up again. Come on, defense, gonna stop. Oh, there we go. Finally, a 3 and out. Feel like, in the sense of being fair, let's see what our CPU can do against them. Absolute fuck all. All right, 41 seconds to try to tie it up again. Let's say being put in like a situation where you clearly got to run verts when your team's not nearly as athletic as the other team. It's not gonna be a winning formula. But as an OG of the fuck it and chuck it offense, I'll take my guys. I'll give him a chance. Oh, he gets the block! Go, Bedgood, our best player, our only like 90 overall skill position player. 69! Perfect for Coastal Carolina. 69 yards. Ties this one up, 21. Okay. Nice. That's how you start second half. Coming out of halftime. National championship game. Chip over your own. Okay. I'm going to get a first down here anyways. Okay, wasn't there. Big plays haven't been there when we don't need them. When I need a big play, I've been able to hit it down deep, but when it's just like a regular drive, game's tied, you know, who wants to take the lead? Our team's just shit in the bed. 3rd and 10. Oh, right there at the sticks. We go to Beasley, the running back, 19 yards. Drive continues. Tight end. Oh, Johnson makes the grab, 20 yards. That was soft coverage from the safety or linebacker. Who actually knows who that is? 19. Either way, it's good. Drive continues on a nice 3rd down connection. I've been trying not to run the ball. I've been doing a lot of quarterback runs just because that's what happens. We do not have the athletes to match up on the line of scrimmage against, I don't know, Noah Sewell, 5 stars. The 5 stars that make up this Oregon team. But at 4th and 4, we might as well go for it. Long field goal. Our kicker's true freshman. He's not bad. He was like a 5-star, 3-star? 3-star. But he was like a 70-something, which is good. Get on the run. Oh, we got this with a call. Get it with your legs. Yes. Gets destroyed, but still gain of 6. Injuries are turned off. We're good. Ooh, Johnson on the play action. And Coastal Carolina's in the red zone. 1st and goal. Might as well start with the slants. Because Y's wide open. Jared Wayne, 8-yard touchdown reception, and Coastal Carolina has their first lead of the game very, very early in the 4th quarter. Great pass, great execution. Get a stop, D. Get a stop. Oh, they got... I want my computer to like finish the game off, and of course that can't happen. You get Oregon. So you get, you stupid ducks. Nike sucks. Actually, I love Nike. If you're watching this and you're Nike and you want to sponsor my channel, please. Please. That was greasy. I don't feel good about that. I don't feel impressive with that. That was greasy. It was effective. I feel pretty bad that I had to use that play, though. No! Psych! Don't apologize for a goddamn thing. Conor McGregor style. We're goddamn Coastal Carolina, for fuck's sakes. Gotta do what it takes to win. Can I run it yet? Ooh, Beasley. Just keep chewing the clock. Make them burn the timeouts. Chew the clock. We can kick a field goal here. Why are they not burning any of their timeouts? Do they really think we're going to miss? Bold. They're not calling timeout, so they're like, they think we're gonna miss this field goal. I'm not even gonna settle for a field goal. I got a QB with some wheels here. Make the 1st down, burn a timeout, still get a chance to the end zone, win this in regulation. Put it away. Don't put it reliance on a true freshman kicker. Put all the pressure on our goddamn Heisman contending quarterback from a year ago. 1st and goal. Go for it. Go for it. Grayson McCall, 5-yard touchdown. We might have just secured the natty for Coastal Carolina. We did it. Hardest rebuild yet. Didn't even, like, Maryland was harder. Maryland was like 10 overall points better than friggin' Coastal Carolina. And we almost got fired there. Coastal Carolina, first year was still not even bad. I think, what were you, like 8-3? First year, 2nd year, started. We got the Sugar Bowl, right? Or the Orange Bowl, one of the two. Carried that into this. Grayson McCall, 5 total touchdowns. The guy's an absolute stud. And it only took us 3 years. We still got 2 more to try to make Coastal Carolina a dynasty. Or, you know, we'll up our schedule difficulty. We're not going to make the national championship by beating New Mexico and San Jose State. I'll up the difficulty. We'll play some big dogs. We'll run the gauntlet, and we'll defend this for all the naysayers out there that don't believe in Coastal Carolina. Think it was a fluke. We'll play a goddamn best of Pac-12, Big Ten, SEC schedule next year, and we'll be right back in the national championship game. As long as McCall does not declare for the NFL draft. Glasses come off. Got to be humble, right? Can't be looking like a cocky ass. So McCall got the school record for passing yards. It only took him 2 years, as well as touchdowns, beating Alex Ross, guy no one's probably ever heard of. But congrats to him. He's a GOAT. McCall wants to run it back. Lampkin's the only guy, our 92 junior left guard. He wants to declare because it's only 7th round. We're absolutely going to get him to return. Kind of don't want James Cody to leave, but he's already want to bounce. So we're losing some of our, obviously these guys are going to be all-time legends. We're losing our, Bedgood was really, really good for us down the stretch. But generally, look at that. That is light roster turnover. I think we can run it back. That'd be more impressive than winning it once with a cupcake schedule, even though the game put us in number 1. We can run it back. That's going to be the real impressive victory. And after winning the national championship, we're able to kind of parlay that into the number 6 recruiting class in the nation. We got a 5-star quarterback, and we actually got him in the offseason. We weren't even leading for him. Then we got a 4-star on the O-line, a couple good athletes, 2 4-stars in the interior, running back, wide receiver. It's good. It's good because we've arrived. Coastal Carolina is becoming a powerhouse. Here's a schedule. Year 4. Disrespect to put us as defending national champions with a returning quarterback, largely returning roster, 17th preseason poll. So, this is all going to be awesome, or it's going to blow back in our face and we're going to win 3 games. But we're taking on 7 LSU, number 16 Indiana, number 25 Florida State, number 18 UCLA, number 9 Auburn, App State, Utah State, BYU, all solid teams, number 8 Texas. And that's what it's going to take to run that gauntlet to defend our national championship. You saw the schedule, recruiting. I'm going to be honest with you, year 4, year 5, it's not the most crucial, especially because we have a natty in hand, but we will still shoot for the stars. We're trying to get Hudson here, the number 3 wide receiver, 5-star. We're on his short list. Culp, 75 tight end, 75 D tackle. Get a 74 linebacker, 74 corner. Very nice that we've built a program that, we're getting on these short lists. You got a 74 D end that we'll try to grab here. Same with D tackle. D tackle is what we really need. D tackle was weak this year. So, it's not going to be a crazy class. I'm not going to be super, super stressed out about it because we're kind of playing with house money for these final 2 years. But it still would be nice to maintain a respectable top 15, top 10 type recruiting class. Now let's meet our team, man. This is your defending national champions. We have Grayson McCall, 99 overall. A little bit of a down year last year in terms of stats. Need to carry the load a little bit better here this year. As you can see, though, we will be good for year 5 with every quarterback here between Jim Reed, 80 freshman, or Sam Horn, 84 redshirt freshman. Running back here, we have Beasley, who was outstanding last year, 19 touchdowns. He's a 97. Wide receiver, it's going to be a little bit of a drop-off after Jared Wayne, who's a 93. We have Mobley, 84, 82 for Fountain. Tight end, a little bit better there. Nice 2-headed tight end attack there in Johnson and Malden. Offensive line, Rucci's an 89. Lampkin, 96. 93 for Stewart, 89 for Moyes, and 83 for Demon Moore. Generally speaking, I would say that's probably top 10 offensive line in all of college football. Defensively, Donaldson, 86, 84 for Bomar. D-tackle, definitely the weakness of this team. No one's really outstanding. Linebacking core, we get 81, 83, and 85. Solid linebacking core. Secondary, Baker, Nelson, and Holloway, all 84s and 83s. Free safety, Stokes Jr. is an 85. And at strong safety, we got Diggs, the junior, who's a 79. Special teams, we got 76 and 92. One of the best punters in all of college football, because that's the sporting. Special teams matters for the brand. All right, let's go, man. Surprise me. Let me just act like that means conference championship. We don't play there. All I'm going to see when we get there is national championship game against whoever, whatever. We going to bring the pain. For year 4, this is a moment of truth. Just send it, tucked my kid to bed, so I wasn't even paying attention. I have no idea. We could have 100. Look, my controller's not even plugged on. We could have 100 wins. We could have 4 wins. Let's see here. No, that's not looking good because usually here it tells you about the win streaks. 8 and 4. 25. Okay. That's underwhelming. Like looking at the top 25. At least we were in the top 25, I guess. We could have just been not there at all. 8-4 losses, though. Who beat us? Oh, we ran the gauntlet. That's why. Let's see. We lost to LSU. We lost to Florida State. We lost to Auburn. We lost to Troy. That Troy loss is a little egregious. But remember, Texas was ranked. UCLA was ranked. We beat them. Indiana was ranked. We beat them. We went out swinging, man. Like, you know. What do we got for stats? McCall, 7th in yards. We got 3,300 yards, 35 touchdowns, 5 picks. Beast. Hell of a year. 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, CJ Beasley. McCall had 9. He might be the Heisman. The fact that he's almost 4,000 yards and 44 touchdowns, that might be enough to win him the Heisman. Jared Wayne, 98 catches, 1,600 yards, 13 touchdowns. We had 8 and 14 from our tight end, Logan Maudin. Defensively, 86 tackles. Charles Steele leading the team. He had 17 TFLs. Elliot Donald, 17 TFLs, 5.5 sacks. We got 4 picks from Charles Steele. It was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Some of our best individual performances yet. We can't defend our national championship. And a runaway, McCall. 48 total touchdowns. Is your Heisman Trophy winner? That's going right. I'll tell you right now, that is going. There we go. He broke his own record, obviously, for passing yards and his own record for touchdowns. And Wayne broke Bruce Mapp's 2014 record for receptions and receiving yards of highlight. And there we go. That's definitely getting up there. Armed Forces Bowl is a dub 45-42. We beat Troy. I should be able to peep that here. I don't know why it's Cincinnati. It says it was Troy, but whatever. 9-4. Beat 8-5 Cincy. 45-42. Cincinnati made it close. They got 14 points in the fourth quarter. But when you have the Heisman Trophy winner on your squad, he gonna be lights out. 328 yards, 4 touchdowns on the game as the McCall era ends with a national championship, a Heisman Trophy, and a whatever bowl that was trophy. Armed Forces Bowl trophy. Players leaving. It's always a sad time. This probably, end of an era. Grayson McCall projected to be the let's just make an assumption they're projected to be the number 1 overall pick. Jared Wayne, first rounder. Second round for Lampkin. Second round for CJ Beasley. Stewart, 94, is leaving. He was an absolute beast. That is the golden generation for Coastal Carolina right before your eyes right there. Going on to the next level. Proud of them. Now our final recruiting class, it's still worth being showcased off. 14th overall. Kind of just goes to show the kind of program that we'll be able to build. I mean, we took over Coastal Carolina as a 2-star prestige. Now they're, right there, 5. Almost top of the board. Got 2 5-stars here, Hudson and Manson. Charles Manson's great grandson right there. 5-star athlete. Got a couple 4-stars along the defensive line. Happy with it, man. Without McCall, I don't know really what expectations we should put on this 5th and final year, but got some good players on this team. A hungry team. Hungry no-name team looking to do better than 8-4. Year 5. It all comes down to this, and we get a generous starting point, number 12. We were 17th coming off a national championship, and hey, maybe it was the bowl win. I don't know. Let's be honest. It doesn't make any sense that we're 12, but I'll take it. As redshirt sophomore Sam Horn, who I'm pretty sure was a 5-star. 93 overall, getting his first chance to start. Obviously, massive shoes to fill, taking over Grayson McCall. Isaiah Connolly, the senior, 89. We got Trevor Etienne, 88. We have a really good backfield. Hopefully we run the ball in case, we don't trust the quarterback as much. Maldon, who was our tight end, I moved him to wide receiver, and he went up to a 96. That's why I did it. We have Mobley, who's an 89. Jackson, who's an 83. 88 for DJ Johnson. Offensive line still very good. Nolan Rushi, All-American, 94. 83, 88. 95 All-American, Willie Moyes. And 87 All-American, Demon Moore at right tackle. So an outstanding offensive line. We got Elliot Donald, 91 overall All-American at defensive end. 87, 83, 82 for the rest of the D linemen there. 85, 88 All-American Mason Shelton at middle linebacker. And Charles Steele was outstanding last year. One of our best players. Probably the MVP on the defense side of the ball. He returns 92 All-American. In the secondary, we have Keenan Nelson Jr., an All-American, 90 overall. Holloway's an 89. Holtz an 84. Stokes Jr. is a 91 at free safety. Diggs, 84 at strong safety. And Mike Falk, you got to put respect on the best punter in college football, 94 All-American as we got an easier schedule. I just went literally with whatever the generic schedule was for Coastal Carolina. So hopefully we have a chance at 12. That's pretty easy to be like, okay, Nevada should be a win. UTEP should be a win. No, it's easy. You got number 9 UCLA, number 20 Washington. Indiana will be tough. But if we go undefeated here, that we could, we saw what happened for the strength of schedule the year we won the national championship. We run the gauntlet here, which is entirely possible. We could be back in our second national championship game here in the 5th and final year of the College Football Revamped rebuild of Coastal Carolina. Another chance to just, come on, something good. Look at that. We got our recruits. Pretty much our entire big board, less a guard and a running back. So we're going to have another elite class. We have a finalist for the Heisman, and we finished 9-3. Okay. I knew it was going to be rough. The Natty year was a little bit of an L year. Like, we were peaking there. That's still not bad. 12, 9-3. No, shout out to West Virginia, Oregon State. It's just an off year. I mean, it probably was clearly a weird year when you saw Coastal Carolina winning the national championship. But statistically speaking, Horn, first year as a starter. I mean, it's all in a vacuum. He looks good. 97 as a redshirt sophomore. Pretty much looks like a regen of Grayson McCall. But reality is, it was his first year starting. 2,500 yards, 32 touchdowns, 2 picks is outstanding from Sam Horn. 1,100 yards, 15 touchdowns from Connolly. We got 10 touchdowns from Mobley, 10 touchdowns Johnson, 7 and 8 for Maldin. Defensively, 80 tackles, 18 TFLs, 5.5 sacks from Charles Steele, 2 interceptions. That guy's amazing. That guy's like one of the best defensive players we've had so far in a rebuild. Elliott Donald led the team, 21 TFL, 6.5 stacks, 4 picks Nelson, 4 for Manny Stokes, 4 for Jason. Also, the interceptions, that was the best our secondaries played so far. And, hopefully we just go with a nice bowl victory and still chalk it up as an overall win because we won a national championship with Coastal Carolina. It's a nice game. Oddly enough, like, Coastal Carolina's kind of like the new UCF, so odds, back to the Armed Forces Bowl. As Nelson, the DB there, won the Jim Thorpe for top defensive back in the country. Let's go with a win. Cherry on top of this rebuild. And as we put this one to a close, we got some brand new records. Elliott Donald now holds the career sack record, which I'm surprised is not owned by Teron Jackson. We won the Armed Forces Bowl 48-21. Just show the impressive victory. My God, they just wanted it more. My team's just built differently. 4 picks. Oh my God, Sam Horn 4 touchdowns. That feels like an automatic performance right now from our quarterbacks in the last couple of bowl games. Brown with an interception. Steele, amazing outside linebacker. He gets interception. Shelton and Stokes. Shelton, the middle linebacker. Stokes, the free safety, I believe. 4 picks. Outstanding performance as we finish this at number 10 ranked Coastal Carolina. We took them over as a one-year wonder team, kind of, for now, right? J.B. Chadwell. Didn't he actually win Coach of the Year in real life? He was amazing. He was very good. But as we finish this, we can look at some of our school records, all the records that have been set by our team. McCall holds all the major passing stats. He was amazing for rushing. Receiving, we have receiving yards and receptions in a season. Highlight, we broke receptions in a game. Out to Jerome Simpson, though. Jesus, he had a hell of a career. Defensively, Donald with the sacks. Teron Jackson, there we go. Sacks for game, sacks in a season. Nothing for running. R.I.P. Lorenzo Taliaferro. D'Angelo Henderson there. Mike Tolbert? Some of these names. Coastal Carolina has put some legends, I think, out of all of them. The greatest Coastal Carolina blue chicken. It's Grayson McCall. So there we go, fellas. That's how we're going to wrap this one up. The bar's been set from here on out, because I know probably most of the teams that are probably rebuilding next are going to be higher reputation, better rosters than Coastal Carolina. The bar's been set. Like, if we don't win a national championship in every rebuild, which it's not going to happen, but the first time it does not happen, it's going to be very bad. It's going to look very bad because of what we're able to do here today in this rebuild with Coastal Carolina. Because if we can do it with Coastal Carolina, we should be able to do it with anybody. And if we can't do it with them, then what is going on? They must just be like the worst team ever in the history of College Football Revamped. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. As always, let me know in the comment section below what school you want to see next for our NCAA 14 College Football Revamped rebuilds. Subscribe. If it's your first time stopping by, there's a lot more College Football Revamped content coming to the channel over the next couple days, over the next couple weeks, over the next couple months. This series, it's not like Madden. It doesn't have a cycle. I could literally play this until we get a new college football game in like 2023 or 2024, whenever it's going to happen. And lastly, if you enjoyed the video, a thumbs up is all I ask for. It helps out my video in the YouTube algorithm. And if you want my channel to stay alive, to thrive, to be good, to be happy, a thumbs up is all I ask for. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.